So, hi Dena, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much for agreeing to come on the 7 Minute Grief Relief podcast today. So, here's the jar. I'll take the lid off and our little green rose. Yeah, that's our mother's rose. That's our mother's rose.
Hi, everyone. I'm Carla's sister.
So, let's give it a nice little shake up.
How are you feeling today? Well, today I'm feeling really good. Really good. Like, time's been testing, and I woke up in a good space today.
Good. How was you feeling about coming to do the podcast today?
I was excited to see my sister in her workspace and how she projects herself.
Okay, and how was you feeling about coming to talk about grief?
I was quite open to talk about it because obviously I've experienced it in different ways, like my mum, my brother, and losing a child. So there's many aspects of grief that I've covered. Yeah.
Great, thank you. So, should we go in again? You want me to read? Okay. Have you found solace in connecting with others who have experienced similar losses?
Yeah. So recently, actually, the lady who done the balloons for my brother's funeral, she had lost her baby, and we was talking, and just like through talking in it, we both kind of like went through similar emotions, and like, she buried hers, and I buried the baby as well, and I was just saying like, just take each day as it comes. Like, if you don't feel to get up today, don't get up.
Yeah.
If you want to cry, cry the whole day. But if you want to get up and like go out, don't let nobody like make you feel you can't, because it's your journey, your life. Everyone's got an opinion, but does it really count? No. So she was like, we had the conversation, and she come back to me a few days later. She was like, Dena, like, I didn't think that I could connect with someone. And obviously mine's like 20 years ago, but the pain and the hurt's still the same. And she's like, thank you. I was like, anytime you want to talk about it.
And she just newly lost?
Yeah, like last year, but then she had a rainbow baby, so she's got a baby now. A little boy. That's fine.
Cool. So you just see, you said that, your baby's 20 years old and someone that's just lost a baby, and you was able to use your experience to support her, and even if it didn't resonate with her at that time, a few days down the line, she was able to call you and say that she found some solace in what you said. So you can see why this kind of podcast and speaking about grief is so important, because it helps other people start to process that journey.
And I was also saying, like, obviously it's not spoken about enough in it.
Yeah.
And especially as women, like, we don't support each other, or when we're in spaces where there's loads of us, it probably take a lot for someone to come up and start talking about that. So that was a good thing as well.
Oh,
Have you experienced any surprising or unexpected moments of resilience in your grief journey? Unexpected moments, yeah. Like, this time round, I didn't think that I was going to play the role that I played. With my brother, I didn't think that I was going to be as strong. I always said, to myself, when my brother passes away, I'm going to be so weak. It's going to hit me more than it did with my mum. I actually was quite strong, which surprised me, and I was able to be with him until the end, and like, feel his last heartbeat and watch him take his last breath. But in that moment, I didn't go into like a soft mode. Like, I still had to support his wife and support my niece. Yeah. And I just was like, right, I'll deal with my emotions at home. Yeah. So right about now, let me just do this. And it worked. Like, even like calling my siblings and letting them know.
You was amazing. Like, I swear, I take my hat off to you during that period. You was just amazing. I don't know where the energy just come from. You was just like on it like Sonic. Like, Yeah, so
I didn't even feel like me sometimes. I felt like mum.
Felt like yeah.
So, and it was just like hard because some of the days obviously thought I was mum, and other days it was like, Dena, where have you been? I was like, I've been here. What do you mean? It's like, so you thought it was your mum, Paula, but you know what I mean? I used to say, Auntie. You know, but it was nice that I was able to support, because that's all he wanted, like to make sure that we was all supporting each other, and I think we did that.
And I don't know, the strength just comes from nowhere, don't you? Like when you wonder where did it come from, but you realise that like God just gives you the strength to deal with it, doesn't it? It's like it comes from nowhere and that's it. So
actually.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for sharing that, Sis. Making me read.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you approach the topic of grief with children or young family members?
I absolutely do not know. I swear it's probably the hardest thing to, especially with my kids.
Yeah.
It was probably one of the hardest things ever. I always like remember Zion coming up to me in the church, and I'm like, this boy's coming over here crying. Where are you going? And like I could have helped my nieces and my nephews, but my son's like walking over, and I'm like, where's he going? And I'm like looking around, like, oh, he's coming to me, and he literally broke down, and I'm like, I don't know how to console you in that moment because your hurt is my hurt, and it was too close. Whereas I could look after my niece, I could look after my nephew, and I just didn't, in my thought process, thought my son's gonna actually break down, or maybe my son. So then, how do I help them? And I think it's hard. It's really, really hard. But like, if they bring it up to me, we'll sit and have a conversation about it.
Because in our family, the grandkids have took it quite deep with Nana, haven't they?
100%.
And even though we've been like, okay, it's our mum, they're like, no, that's our Nana. And we've got like nieces and nephews that are in their 30s that they put Nana on their pedestal, that's their nan. So
Mum did say, like, obviously with us 10, it was 10 people she had to share herself with, and she had to. Whereas when the grandkids come, it was like unconditional, no boundary love in it. Like
everyone was a favourite in her own way until somebody else comes.
Well, that as well. Because exactly. I don't know why you phoned in the landline to tell the kids to tell your mum to bring you down. I'll
cook dinner.
And now they want to come down after school.
So let's go on to our final one thing. Thank you. Do you want to read it or are you alright?
How do you handle anniversaries or special occasions related to your loved ones? Celebrate every single moment.
Do that well, don't we?
I'm going to dance, I'm going to sing, I'm going to cry, and we're going to celebrate because it's a celebration of life. You gave us the best of you, and now we need to keep that legacy on.
So true.
And that's just it. It's probably what gets me through from probably breaking down.
Yeah, and I think it's weird because since even losing Mum, all we've done as a family, and we've not even known, but we've just celebrated, haven't we? Like when we come together, we dance, we do, like Mum's memorial the other day, we was all up at the cemetery, we had barbecue things, we had music, we had speakers, we was there from 2 till 7 in the evening.
The whole day went past. And it was lovely. It was amazing.
It was lovely.
It was really...
I didn't know what to expect Mum's 2 years, but I got to say it was lovely. We had such a nice time, didn't we, sir?
Yeah. And I think, like, obviously your version of Mum would be different because she had to be a bit hard with you, whereas me and Shan had a different version of Mum. So it was always like dancing and laughing and, do you know what I mean? So that's what I just want to do.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I am sad, but like even when I think of the funeral, it was just like a wedding. Like a christening, a birthday, everything. It wasn't morbid or anything like that. So when I watch it, what I'm crying for.
That's true.
There's people that still come up to and say, your mum's funeral was amazing. What am I supposed to cry about?
But we done a crowd, didn't we? I think, that's the nice thing when you can actually have those memories and not look at the negative things, because there's always something negative I should have or I could have or I would have, but if you can actually really look at what you really see, beautiful things. But, thank you so much for coming into our safe space. And we partnership with Africa Caribbean Mental Health Service that offer lots of different therapies that can help with grief, loss, and groups and stuff, and that's why we partnership, just to make sure that anyone we are interviewing, if they are needing further support and help, they're not kind of being left just to go on. We can offer that support. So yeah,
It's good to know. It's really good
thank
to know.
you,
Thank you as well.
thank you.